It's another episode of The Will Just Agree.
To disagree.
I'm Beyonce Fox.
I am Riley. I don't know if I press record, B.
Lord, here we go again with this. Oh, are you serious right
maybe
now?
I did. Is it recording?
You did.
All right, perfect.
Wait, I can't tell with your phone, but we have the same phone, right?
Do you see the numbers dialing?
I can't because they're in the middle of the thing.
Hold on, let me see. Just to double check.
Okay, I think I see it. Come here. I think I see it. You can barely see it, though. How do you see it? I think. Oh, no.
No, yeah, we're recording.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah, I see the time going.
Okay, cool. I'm like, can't really see it, but
All right.
anyways, yeah. So we're not gonna start over. We're gonna just keep rolling.
Oh,
right?
okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
Go
anyway,
ahead.
we're gonna just talk about some of the trending topics that have taken place in the last, week or so. Let's start with this one because this is very disturbing. You know, I love to travel, right?
Yes.
And I stay on the plane as much as I can.
Yeah.
Been traveling all my life, and this really freaks me out. And I have to admit, when I get on a plane, I pray every time, like, Lord
Facts.
Jesus,
Facts. Fly the plane.
please, Lord,
Yes,
guide this
that's
plane.
my prayer, yeah.
No matter if I'm on a 45-minute trip or a 13-hour trip, I'm
Absolutely.
just like, you just never know. And then you hear bird strikes and all this craziness. But what really got me is when an off-duty pilot was sitting in the jump seat in the cockpit with other pilots who were flying this plane, tried to bring the plane down. Lord Jesus, what?
Now, he's been charged for 83 accounts of attempted murder.
Yes.
And now, as of recently, he said that he was basically panicking because he took mushrooms before getting on this plane.
Okay, that may be true. I don't know.
I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm laughing at the face you just made.
Because it's so scary, dude. When you
Because
think
you
about
never
it,
know.
who would think that somebody would get on a plane and try to bring it down? Now we know terrorism. We get all that.
Right.
But this man knew. What gets me is that he kind of knew what he was doing.
Absolutely.
Because he even said, "Hey, if you don't put handcuffs on me right now, something's gonna happen."
Thank God for the pilot that was able to get control of the plane to where that did not happen. Because honestly, could you imagine? This story easily could have gone left. And it is scary. And to be honest, that's why anytime I get on a plane, also my family, we have a group chat, and there's a tradition. Anybody who flies, you put in the group text when you are boarding and when you land.
Really?
Because you just never know. So it could be, like you said, a 45-minute flight. My dad travels a lot for work. Anytime one of us are traveling, you have to say when you're boarding, we send the prayers up, and when you land.
Really?
Every flight we get on. Because you just never know.
My family wants me to do that, but I'm sorry. When I land, I'm trying to go
I
get
need to
something
talk
eat.
to your family.
I'm trying to go
You
get
don't
something
tell them
to
that
eat.
you landed?
No. Look, when I land, I'm trying to go get something to eat.
Beyonce,
or go shopping.
no. I need you to start doing this. The moment we land and they literally say you can turn your phones back on, the first thing we do is send it in the group text. Even before, you got to figure out who's picking you up and all that.
Yeah.
Before I even text them, hey, I'm landed. Just throw it in the group text. How do I know?
Half the time, I don't even tell them I'm going on the trip. So maybe I need to start doing this. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that's really scary.
But no, I say that to say, though, anytime I get on a plane, too, or somebody I know is traveling, I immediately pray. And I always just say, Lord, you fly the plane, travel with and through us, because you really never know. And you really are putting your life in the hands of these pilots that we are trusting.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Just like when you go into surgery, you are trusting the doctors, but in this situation...
But my ultimate trust.
Don't start nothing, won't be...
In anything that I do in life. Whether it's the job,
Well,
family, outside of here, just whatever.
I look to
My ultimate trust is not in man. Let's be clear on that. Okay. Anyway.
I'm done.
So I'm done with that story.
I'm done with the podcast.
I think he pleaded guilty too, by the way.
I mean,
Or not guilty. Not guilty.
How do you
I
plead
think it was not guilty. I know. Everybody does that. So he definitely needs a psych evaluation, and so do other pilots. Because think about it. What if a pilot's having a bad day? And they may be suicidal or something, and they get behind the wheel of the plane. That's just something to think about.
You just having a bad day.
And I know there's 2 pilots in the cockpit, but my God, that's scary. That's scary.
Okay, what's story number 2?
Okay, story number 2.
We'll start off with this. Okay. There's been a debate on social media forever. $500,000 or lunch with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
It's always been a debate. People thought I can get so much knowledge and wisdom from Jay-Z instead of the money. blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Well, Jay-Z did an interview with Gayle King.
Mhm.
And Jay-Z answered the question. I'm so glad she asked him.
I know.
He himself said, basically, for lack of better words, y'all would be stupid not to take the money.
Right.
He said, take the $500,000, go buy his albums for $10, because if you listen to the albums,
Yep.
he said he literally
Gives the
tells you
advice.
the blueprint.
Yep.
What are your thoughts?
I think he's absolutely right. And, you know, we're in an industry where we have access. Well, maybe not anymore, but back when I got in radio, I had access to Jay-Z. I've interviewed him at least 4 times in my career. So someone like me obviously would be like, you know, I might be able to get another interview with Jay, so I'm good. I'm taking the money.
Okay, but let me ask you this then. Let's take Jay-Z out of it. $500,000 or lunch with John Legend?
Same, because I've interviewed him like 80 times.
All right.
Yeah.
Who is somebody that you have not interviewed?
I would say the President Barack Obama, but I've interviewed him too. He was a state senator at the time, but I'm just trying to think. Yeah, see, that would never work for me.
Okay.
Because seriously, in this industry, you and I most likely would have access to these people more so than someone who works in another industry. So,
I would take the $500,000, but if I was going to this lunch and there was some type of genuine conversation that was going on, where we're talking about what I do, what he does, and I'm not in this industry, but there was something that I could be possibly working on that Jay-Z heard and wanted to either be an investor or wanted to partner, that could be way more than the $500,000.
Facts, that's facts.
Now, I'm not saying that's going to be every lunch, and I'm sure Jay-Z's not.
Yeah. But I that's a high number, because if the number were lower and I had the opportunity to interview someone that I just wanted to interview, I may consider the experience over the money. But $500,000, that's a lot of money. $500,000.
But $100,000, I'm still taking the money.
I would think about it.
You would think about it instead of 100. Well, you talking
There's
about
one person I have never interviewed, and I am just
who?
Oh my God. If I ever had the opportunity to interview this person, I would really consider the interview over the money.
Who?
The great Barry Manilow.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
You would interview him over the money.
And or if she was not deceased, the great Whitney Houston.
Now that would be one.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I would really have to consider it, honestly. And again, the amount of money makes a big difference, Ryan. 5,000, 10,000, okay, versus an experience that you may not ever get in life. Think about it.
You were talking about somebody who's broke. So I'm not thinking.
You're not broke.
Switch the topic before we go deep into there. Switch the topic.
Anyway, just something to consider. Think
I don't
about
know,
it.
though.
Because sometimes life experiences never happen. You can go get a part-time job at the Gucci store and get that $10,000 in a few
But
months.
I am really glad though that Jay-Z answered that question. I'm really glad Gayle asked it. Now Rick Ross did come out and say back at the start of his career, he said why you don't take the money. He said at the start of his career, he did do lunch with Jay-Z. Jay-Z broke down how he should do songs, this, and that. He said it changed everything about his music career.
Look at Rick Ross now, a
And this is
multi-millionaire.
I think on his sophomore album, if I'm correct.
Yeah. But no, I'm going with the 500 stacks over Jay-Z any day. He's cool people. I like him a lot, but nah.
I'm taking the money.
Yeah, I'm going to do the money on that one.
What is the third thing we're hitting on today?
We're going to talk about your boy, Tyler Perry.
Yes.
There was some controversy with him purchasing BET. And you remember this, a couple months ago, we were like, oh my God, it's being reported that he's one of the people in the running. It was like him, Diddy, a couple other people with a lot of money who were trying to buy BET. Well, apparently it didn't go well. According to Tyler Perry, he felt like he was being disrespected because they were trying to get him to pay goo gobs of money.
Yeah.
And this is a little disrespectful, but most people don't think that BET is worth these goo gobs of money.
Including what Tyler said.
I mean, it's a network, and if you own it, you can do whatever you want to do with it. And we know Tyler has the money, but he just felt like, okay, you guys are telling me I need to pay this for this. You know what I mean?
He even said it's not worth it.
Yeah, kind of like what we do when we're out and about shopping. You even have said,
All the time.
I'm not going to pay that much for that suit.
All the time.
So we, same concept.
I actually, though, really wanted Tyler Perry to get it. I
Mhm.
feel like Tyler Perry dang near runs BET Plus
Already.
with all his shows.
Yeah.
I was actually hoping that he got it. It'll be
Mhm.
curious to see, because they haven't announced who.
They have not. I don't even know if they're still in negotiations,
still
if they took
what
it off
it
the
is.
table.
But I hate to hear that it ended with a poor taste in his mouth
Yeah.
for another black man and a black company.
Yeah.
Black, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah. Because it's owned by Viacom.
It's owned by Viacom.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I was hoping he did get it. I kind of feel like Tyler already owns BET Plus.
I know,
Like,
he's everywhere. On
everywhere on BET
Yeah.
Plus, specifically, all those shows that he streams and on BET.
Right.
I'm curious to see how that relationship will go
I know.
now.
Are they going to keep him on there or what?
Yeah.
But Tyler has enough money where he can start his own network.
And sometimes God will move in mysterious ways. I feel my help coming. And I'm trying to end this podcast, y'all, because I've talked too much. And Beyonce's laughing because she know where I can go.
Okay, go ahead.
But when Oprah left,
Uh-huh.
and I remember when she did Own Network.
Yeah.
I do remember being like, wow, she's creating her own network. That's really going to work.
That's dope.
And look, years later, Tyler easily
Easy.
could create his own network
Mm-hmm.
and could have his own, every show on there. All his Medea stuff could
Yep.
be on there. Tyler easily.
I
I mean, he
know.
has their own studios.
I
Like,
know. He's got his own
Well,
island.
and that's why, that's why I say God can work in mysterious ways.
Absolutely. I'm wondering why the people who went for it can't combine forces.
I've heard that
And
too.
each take, you get 33%, I get 33%, you get 34%.
But can you
Do it that way.
Because you and I can't do business with everybody.
Facts.
So, not saying that's what it is.
Yeah.
But I think we all have thought about that
That's
too.
true.
Like, dang, why couldn't Diddy, Tyler, the other person
Yeah.
come together?
I don't know. It's interesting, but whatever happens, I hope they save BET, if you will. I mean, we grew up watching BET.
What?
Come on, man. And
106
to this
and
day, I still don't miss a BET Awards, BET
Facts.
Hip Hop Awards.
Facts.
And some of the programming on there is good. I like entertainment shows, and I do watch BET. I mean, it's on my remote, so
No,
I just hope something works out with that. But I do know that Tyler recently signed a deal with Netflix or something.
Diddy.
So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, man.
Tyler killing it. Say what you want
Is he?
about him. Tyler killing it.
Man, he out here running everything. But anyway, so we just thought we'd bring some trending topics your way. You could comment
Yes.
and let us know what you think about any of these stories. And that's gonna wrap it up for this segment, right?
Yeah, because I feel like I want to talk some more.
Oh, okay. No, we're gonna go ahead and end this. I am Beyonce Fox, and you can follow me anywhere on social at Beyonce Fox. Hurry up, come on. Do
Follow
your part.
me at Ryan Media Lee. Make sure you follow us at We'll Just Agree to Disagree. I feel like next week we're gonna talk about a lot.
Okay. Yeah. Love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in to us.
Bye.